Yo, what's up guys? I'm making this video in hopes of it being a positive contribution to the tutting style or the tutting community. I am primarily a glover. I go by puppet, but tutting is my favorite concept within that whole realm of finger styles and hand dances. And so I wanted to introduce this new style that I coined as Picasso Tuts. And I'm not actually quite sure if this is a style that is a very main focus. There might have been a couple forms in here that may have been utilized within traditional finger tutting or tutting. I don't think there's much any videos out there that kind of talks about the type of tutting that I'm going to be talking about, or like at least the intent of which I'm trying to pursue. And so I'm going to showcase to you what Picasso Tuts are, or what I call Picasso Tuts. And if there's anybody who does do this type of style, please tag me in them. I'm really excited to get into this style. And yeah, if I watched a lot of tutting videos, and I can't find really anything of anything kind of similar to the style. So this is Picasso Tut. I'm just gonna go ahead and lab and kind of showcase it because it's a really hard style. And so things like this, where, right, or even like messed up there, but you know, you might be seeing a lot of triangles, but there are some weird shapes in there as well. You could even do a double triangle there. But yeah, there are a lot of triangles, but there's shapes like this where, you know, you have a trapezoid, and then you could even cut the trapezoid into pieces like this, and then, like, I don't know, transition into like a triangle. But to maintain almost kind of like pieces of the shape, and then creating an even more bigger shape. Like there's this crazy one here, like boom, right, trace with the land there, boom, land there, maybe have the thumb connect, boom, boom, and just kind of just keep connecting in this kind of sort of geometrical way in pieces. And so it is inspired by Picasso paintings, as you'll see a lot of the objects get split into different geometrical shapes, right? Hence the name Picasso Tut. I'm gonna go ahead and post more videos at the end of some other, you know, some of the sequences that I've been labbing over the course of trying to learn this style. But there is an intent behind some of these angles besides just kind of just flowing through it. Like what are the intents are, and this does require some context, but I like to define everything on my hand or on my fingers. I have a whole system. I have a whole naming system. Some of it comes from human anatomy. And so, like, you know, like this is distal, middle, proximal. So these lines, right? So distal, middle, proximal. Then there's obviously the outer, inner, top, and bottom of a finger. There's the tip. And then I call these things K1, K2, K3, which is the first knuckle, second, and third. And so naming the parts of your hands this way is very helpful, because then you get to assign very specific rules once you name them, right? And so for Picasso Tuts, I've come to realize I utilize a lot of K2s, which is basically the second knuckle. So I could even do a thing where it's like I bend that K2, then I bend that K2 again, and there you go. You have like a Picasso Tut. I found that that's a very big aspect of the style. But just landing on your knuckles in general, and, you know, not even completing a full like vertical or horizontal line as you would see in most traditional tutting. It's more about like connecting the knuckle and the pointer there to create that weird shape, right? Maybe even crawling into that. And yeah, I'm gonna showcase a lot of different moves at the end, just to kind of like, so you get it, right? Because it's a very, you can kind of tell it's a very complex style, having to fit smaller proportions within the bigger proportions and make it work. I think that's kind of reason why you don't see it a lot, is because it's really difficult. But yeah, that is one of the intents of the style that I've come to learn. Oh, there's also one where like you could like do opposites. There's the kind of like the essence of the style. Think of it as like, okay, if Picasso's art were animated, how would it look like? And so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And I hope that, yeah, if you want to challenge yourself within a style, try it out. You know, I welcome anybody to try challenge yourself into trying a really a non-traditional style, you know, kind of test yourself. And again, if you know anybody who's uh, if there's anybody who's vocalized on a style, specifically it being that, or if you know anyone else who does utilize these forms, please tag me. I again love to watch them and get inspired, because I've never been so excited about a style before. Honestly, like it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been excited to learning a new style, I guess. But before I end this video, I want to give a shout out to a couple people. I want to give a shout out to Loop Fractals, Clarity. They've kind of helped inspire some of the movements within this concept. And I want to give a big shout out to my boy Vio. He's been a tremendous resource, and he's inspired me and helped me create some of the angles and some, you know, trying to figure this concept out. Yeah, big shout outs to him. So yeah, here are some of the sequence that I've been doing with Picasso Tuts. Enjoy.